welcome to the show Trump 2024 senior advisor, Alina Habba. It's good to see you again, Alina. You know, this is the ruthless, grotesque vanity of the hard left. Doesn't this just deepen the feeling that Tim Walz is about what lawmakers in his own state effectively say, that he's basically bullying his own voters?
Yeah. He's a real problem. When his own state he's let burn to the ground, as you just mentioned, when he pretends to be for auto workers, but they want electric vehicles because they say there's such a serious climate issue. These people are as radical left as we're going to get. And President Trump's sentiments are truly accurate. She could not have picked a more socialist-based type of VP candidate. And it should be easier for us to attack now. Frankly, his record is easy for us to attack. But just look at his own state. The record speaks for itself. You let that happen. That was what happened after George Floyd, and your wife was promoting it. These are the people that they want to run the country. They can't even run their state. So I speak for records. President Trump's record speaks for itself. His speaks for itself. And the fact that Ms. Harris hasn't done an interview in 12 days or over 2 weeks speaks for itself loudly, too.
You know, Alina, so let's go through it. His drastic COVID lockdowns ruined small businesses and schools. He pushed neighbors to snitch on each other if they violated Walz's stay-at-home orders. It penalized anybody violating his indoor mask mandates. One of the biggest COVID pandemic frauds in America happened on Tim Walz's watch. $250 billion stolen by fraudsters when that money was supposed to go for meals. Then the 2020 riots in his state destroyed 1,500 businesses, neighborhoods, cost $500,000 in damage. Isn't it odd Tim Walz at the time called the National Guard just, quote, 19-year-old cooks when he delayed deploying them to stop those riots, and he'd been a member of the Guard?
Yeah, a member of the Guard until they asked him to go serve, and then he said he didn't want to and bailed out. That is weakness like I've never seen before. If you can't serve your country only on paper until it's time to really serve, that says it all to me. And yes, you're right. The one thing we forgot was what he wants to do to our children, what he wants to do with the boys' bathrooms, putting tampons in boys' bathrooms, saying that if a parent has a problem with their child transgendering, then the state can overtake the parents' rights. This is the person we're speaking about. Someone who runs from war himself, pretends to sign up probably for benefits, wants to screw up our children, and doesn't care about his own state burning down. That's what we want in America while the world is falling apart. We need strong leadership, and this is not it.
So what happens, final word, with the debates?
Listen, President Trump has made it clear. He is willing to. He put out a date. She's playing games. You know, it's very interesting, and I think the only question we should be asking is one question. Why do you, the DNC, why do you candidates for the DNC, be it Biden, Harris, or now Walz, need to have control over the debates? Because a true debate, an American debate, means you can stand on your own 2 feet, not get the questions in advance, and be able to speak. God knows I can do it. President Trump has shown the world he can do it. For crying out loud, their candidate it's gone because he did such a good job. But why is it that they have an issue and they want ABC, not Fox? I want to know that question. I want to know what the issue is. What's the shoe-in with ABC? Because there should be no problem going on Fox on September 4th. I just don't get it.
Alina Habba, thanks for joining us tonight. It's good to have you on.